Welcome back to My Uncomplicated Life. For those who don't know, I am Terry. Alright, I'm back. And today, I'm doing another eat and talk video. I have this Gardein vegan plant-based beef and broccoli. Not a big fan of white rice per se, but you know, it's just a quick, convenient meal. Not even a big fan of heating my food up in the microwave, but just try to, like I said, have these convenient meals. When you're a working woman, gotta just have some convenience. But yeah, today's topic is about online privacy. And I think it's a really important topic to talk about because I think everyone tries to, well, all content creators, anyone who wants to, upload videos or tell people more about their life, even if it's like through text, blogs or things like that. There's a certain level of, questioning or wondering about like, what information should I share and what information should I not share? And it can be, the food is still kind of hot, so I'm just waiting for it to get cold. You see the steam? It's like rising. And then I have my diffuser here blowing out essential oils, so you may can see both. But yeah, it's like, it can be difficult. But I even give an example in my story time video when I was talking about the excruciating pain I had. I was talking about how I did not give all the details because I didn't feel it was necessary. I feel like the message was relayed enough without giving every single little detail that happened. And it just, I think when you think about online and just what you put out there, like once it's out there, it's out there. And, people could screenshot it, people could screen record it. So I think each and every one of us has to be mindful of how we represent ourselves, online, how we represent ourselves in general. But I'm just saying, like, we're recording ourselves, we're snapping pictures of ourselves. So we have to be aware of what we're putting out there. And sometimes it's a case of you kind of live and you learn type of thing, lesson learned. So sometimes we don't know until after we put something out there that it probably wasn't the best to put it out there. And then you just know for next time, like, okay, next time I know not to put this particular detail out there. It wasn't necessary type of thing. Because when we think about the impact that it could have with certain people knowing certain things that aren't necessary for them to know, it's important. Like for some people, I've seen videos even where people, they're holding their credit card in the camera and they're like, oh shoot, they have to edit it out, So even during the editing process, I think it's good to be mindful of that. Like, you may not delete the whole clip after you rewatch it. You may just be like, okay, let me take this part out because I overshared, or something's in the video that accidentally I wasn't trying to include in the video, And it mainly boils down to not everybody needs to know all the details. Not everybody is kind online. And yes, the fault does rely on the unkind person, like the person who's not being kind. The fault relies on them for not being kind. However, also too, it's good to, kind of reflect on it. Like, oh, like was I sharing too much? Or are there certain things that just don't need to be put out there for people to nitpick at, And sometimes it just involves being able to, I think defend is a strong word, but being able to just stand up for yourself, you know? Because some people, they just want to start trouble. They're just like intentionally trying to troll or be online bullies. So it's best not to feed into it, you know? So developing that strength and assertiveness within yourself to say, like, you know who you are. Like, for my fellow Christians, you know who you are in Christ. We know who we are in Christ. So all that fickle, you know, rude comments and all that, I ain't finna let that bother me to a deep extent. Like, we have emotions, so we may feel upset, like angry or sad or whatever, if somebody says something. Any one of us, any human on this planet, we may feel sad anytime somebody talks crazy. But we don't have to, like, stay in it for so long. It's where we're just, like, only thinking about that one negative comment. It's good to also be aware of, like, the positivity out there and all the good people who are being supportive, you know, who are there to cheer you on. So it's good to be mindful of that and not lose sight of that. Like, you have a support system and people who are there for you. And even if no human being is there for you at a certain point in time, the Most High God is always there rocking for you. You can always pray. You can always pray to the Most High God because He's always listening. He always hears. So that's fire. And I think it's just important to know these things. It's important to be aware. So I encourage each and every one of you and myself to just be mindful of what we share. And, you know, even at certain levels in time, you know, people may change up the way they do things over time. Especially if a person increases in a particular level of popularity. Some people, they hire security, you know. It's just needed at times if people feel that they would like that extra security. So I want y'all to comment below. What is a tip of information that you can leave to other content creators? So if you're a content creator yourself, or if you just consume content, you like to watch content, any tips that you would like to relay to those of us who do content? Like, how to, you know, remain, like, keep certain things private even when sharing information. Like, any tips you have or tricks or whatever, leave it right below in the comments. I would love to hear anyone's thoughts on this. And I hope that you all have a blessed day. Peace.